Have you ever loved a poet? I said, have you ever loved a poet? They're smooth criminals with good intentions. They'll steal your mind with slick linguistics, rob you blind and leave you speechless. I'm talking rough pounding on your inhibitions. The pen is our sword. We'll write this world to pieces. Give me a pen and I'll write you a thesis. I'm in love, the mist that can't miss. I'm your answer, your solution, your personal catharsis. I take letters and spit words. I'll make you respect this. Wordsmith, wordplay, words rule the day. Run away? Psst, that's useless. Give up. Give in. Throw up a peace sign. We're poets. Forget the body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Known of their pedestal, known of the aching, known of the breakage, seen the scenes crept in, left crime scenes and ransom messages. Drip your name here and there. Now everybody knows what you did. Knows you'll never be forgotten. We told you from the beginning. Fuck the body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Do you want to? We are in tune with our emotional side, can express our feelings and are creative. When we fall, we can explain it. Love you in a way you won't be able to contain it. Explain it when pain is busy painting sometimes. Our words are heroes that get to saving and created and given by the most amazing. Love is the greatest poem ever written. It's worth saving. Copy this to your heart and paste it. I want you to be mine. I got my cape on asking, have you ever loved a poet? Because we say forget the body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Picked emotion from its vine, taken a bite and let your tongue explore it? Are you brave enough not to hide when life steps into light and asks for more of it? Taken life and turned it on all its sides just to absorb it and hold it, swallowing whispers, scolding the cold tones in it? And have you ever been loved off your feet? Your soul touched so much the words bow down and leaves your speech to bleed seeds in your ink? Have you seen the times? We don't want your body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Would you want to? Beware that ink stains don't vanish in the vapor, they may haunt you. These abandoned emotions tend to ravish paper and taunt you. However, if you're clever and we fall in love, we will flaunt you, tantalize and tease you with every line, sending chills down your spine, only tempting you to hit rewind so we can free blow your mind. But once you cross that line, just know you're mine. Even if you leave me, I will caption your essence to the TC. I will write your soul clean to expose any discrepancies. I can paint vividly all your pleasantries and your felonies, creating an image of you that will live eternally. I can never lie in my rhymes, I can't give you any courtesies. See, while most people long for what's carnal and blind, I say forget your body, baby. I only want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Enough to understand the misunderstanding that they used to. Enough to know that if you capture their heart, it will be forever that they'll continue to love you. Noticing written and spoken ways they move in and throughout their days. Long nights, insomniacs unfold to you, touching all your mental crevices and cracks. Verbal massages from front to back, root to tip, from collarbone to spine, but understand, we don't want your body. You just want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet enough to decipher her lines? Take the time to crack open her spine and refill her with new ink when she has run dry on life. If you have, then you know it requires sacrifice and the handing over of the rights to your life, because a poet loves hard and inks it. We thrive on things that link with bliss and blues simultaneously. We take love seriously, intravenously, feeling every single thing. You must understand the true art in making love, not the kind of laser on a backside. Poets need to be touched, but forget the body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved a poet? Have you ever witnessed her chest caving in as her heart pours from her lips praying? She holds what you need to fill every hole you've ever had. Have you ever felt the rough edges of her hands and held her so she can stand after tearing herself apart trying to pull out the words weighing heavy on her? Have you ever loved a poet so deeply, so intensely, simultaneously? Your soul becomes homesick and you become tongue-tied with thoughts, because all a poet really wants, all a poet really needs, is for you. Forget the body. We want your mind.
Have you ever loved the poet knowing that the man comes before the art? Have you read enough of his hurt to want to look past the dopeness of a line and just say a prayer for his heart? Can you vividly visualize the fact that this victim is trying to make himself a victor through voices and verses because they're his vices? Can you capture the concept that the craftiness in the craft is caused by him catapulting himself past a crisis? Can you read between the lines and see the cries, or do you just see that he's one of the nicest with mic devices? The power in your pure perception is priceless. Do you read a stat and press like, or do you just wonder why he's like this? I'm asking you, do you love the man and the myth, the God and the gift? And do you have the heart to uplift an author who usually does the uplifting during trying times? I need you to love the man and the poet, but I don't want your body. I need your mind.